So this poem, I entitled it Written for the Youth in Africa, Reflection in Three Stories. And it's a little different, but I hope you like it. I left my heart beating in Africa, near the outskirts of Kampala, inside the chest of a 10-year-old boy, with eyes reflecting an image of a country on fire, left reckless to be ruled by babies pretending to be men, suckling at the bosom of evil, chaos erupting from ignorance, left alone to wander dusty streets, filled with mothers selling slightly bitter fruits. The sunset was an introduction to God. Sleepless nights in the village were dark. Only flicker of light came from candles with wax melted as if time could be counted. Hours were like days. Youth interrupted. I left my heart in Africa, beating inside the chest of a Sierra Leone woman whose skin so dark the sun paid homage, hands rough from building a nation, back weak from cleaning up her home tattered with memories. Her voice merely an echo escaping on the wind. She was not heard. Pleas for solidarity and sustainability, she knew the key to happiness was hidden in the smiles of her children. She was Mother Earth, resurrected as God, seated upon a throne, her name barely ever spoken, broken like clay pots left too long to dry in the sun. I left my heart in South Africa, beating inside the chest of an old man whose wrinkles revealed his wisdom like the labyrinth of the mind of a madman. His brilliance not seen right away, this elder is waiting on death to wake him. Watching as kids play, his own youth forgotten, rotten, yam, and hard feet. He used to walk miles searching for the answer. Chocolate-covered tears he swallowed. Couldn't keep composure when riots broke out. Political destruction caused him to choke. War had settled in his land, taking up refuge in the hearts of his sons and daughters. His heart breaking, shaking with fear of the future. Their hearts beating, beating, beating for me because I left my heart in Africa. Beating like the drum, the soundtrack for these chapters, a book with empty pages. We need our stories told, written on walls and caves like hieroglyphics, symbols, symbolic. Share our pain and joy. Africa once more. Her heart is beating. His heart is bleating. My heart is seeking. Heart beating, beating, beating. That mere child whose heart beat like mine on dusty streets in Kampala. A mother's heart is weakened like mine when her children cry. An old man reminiscent of my grandfather whose heart is filled with worry for future generations. Our heart beating and meeting in a place of beauty and ugliness. Restless warriors and besieged queens. Our hearts beating for peace. Our hearts beating for love. Our hearts beating for Africa.
Oh, wow. That's powerful.
Very good.